Welcome to another Beatbox reaction, and my stupid hat is pulled down too low, and so my voice is even muffled to myself. Anyways, I have been Cat. This is not your time to shine. This is my time to shine on HISS's performance. Please don't. Whatever it is you're gonna do, just don't do it. Please just don't do it. Please don't. Less of whatever you're gonna do. I was drinking some wine and I thought about what I was gonna say. This is not any of it. This is what I was gonna say. Is, you know, after doing so many Beatbox reaction videos and me talking about them, I also judge myself that way. I look at what I do. I don't necessarily improve, but I try to take notes on it. And I was just realizing that just like when it comes to analyzing classical music or rock music, I have things that I go to on Beatbox. And so now the question is, what shit will come up? There's not that much. There's never really that much. It's gonna be percussion, time signatures, rhythmic subdivisions, bass line, harmony, chord structures, structures of sections, how sections move into and out of other sections, and if there's a variation on a theme from something previously brought up. Those are the first things that come to mind. I'm like, probably anything I have to say will be that. Oh, and then also one that I've done in the past is it's just too much drums, man. I don't know. I don't like all those drums. So you probably don't even need to watch, because one of those things I just said will probably be like the only shit that comes out. And of course, there's the one where I just I'm like, oh, that's dope, and I head bob to it. That's it. Those are all of the options. Still fun for me because I don't know which one is going to happen. Also fun for me, I have one hair tickling my nose that now I'm going to try to move. Now we can get to business. Ooh. We have a static bass line and then a bassish melody moving through it. See, look at that. It happens. 3 chords. We have a 3-chord structure. He repeated the first chord twice, then had a second chord and a third chord. So it's 1 chord, second chord, third chord for a 4-measure structure, which is extremely common if you're in 4/4 time, 4-measure structure, or 8-measure structure, which is like a compound 4. Very clean though. You're allowed to like just a bass line and some chords. When I say you, sorry, I'm talking about me. I'm talking to myself because I'm looking at myself. Ooh, oh, it's really good. He extended the arrangement of the 4-chord structure. Still 4 chords? Still 4 measures of chords.
Want you to hear it. My desperation. Why everyone is on the same path, I want to choose on.
Oh, that's fire. Hold on.
Why everyone is on the same path, I want to choose on.
Why is that fire? Obviously it's dope. That's why it's fire. No, what makes it fire is not only that it's dope, is that he's clearly outlining the chord that would be happening through his melody. That's awesome.
Why everyone is on the same path, I want to choose a different way. God, it's me who controls myself.
So if you ever hear about people saying implied chords, an implied chord, he implied all the chords. What does that mean? There's no chord present. Why? Because there's no stack of multiple notes happening. But the downbeats, the accented parts of all of his melodies are actually accenting notes of a certain chord. Therefore, he implied the chord by playing all the most important sounds of that chord. But there's not actually a chord taking place. He implied it.
Control.
Hey. So let me get nerdy on you for a second. I don't know the answer to this, but this is what, if I was a beatboxer, this is what I would focus on in this to learn from this performance, right? It's when he's got the trombone, the whatever that is, and he's got the little click, whatever it is with a pitch in there. I would want to know what pitch he picked against the chord. When he did the little trombone thing, what note did he pick to do that? Because he's keeping the chords together even though he's jumping through. And then you can use that to build your own thing. Or just rip it off. It's music. If you don't want me to steal it, don't play it.
Let's see how he has done. C.
Hey.
C. 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 Press Ctrl V.
Hey, cut and paste. Let's go.
Hey, bro, you better go to Titan Beatbox Battle.
That's awesome. Just because you think I don't know, maybe, because everyone thinks I'm a fucking idiot. He basically just took his own video samples of himself, his video plus his audio, and basically made like a little slice kit of those, and then played his own section using his own slices. The dude did that, playing every note of the guitar and then chopping them up to make full songs. Very clever. Too many drums for me.
Knock out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was gonna see, you know, disappear if you need to. I'm gonna see if I could do... I always feel like I'm just gonna shit all over my own face trying this. Because I really do just make it up as I go, like listening to them. What I'm trying to do is figure out how to play like a melodic structure that clearly defines a chord or chord sound, which I should be able to do, but might just completely fuck up. And the only way to actually do that, right, is I have to play a couple of chords and see if I can do that on a couple of different chords. Your most common chords are major, minor, and dominant 7. And then you can go past that to major 7s and minor 7s and augmenteds and all that bullshit. But if you can't do the first 3, you're probably not going to do the other ones. So let's see if we can figure it out. So obviously when you play minor, is the guitar in tune? Yeah, it's in tune enough. So you play a minor, even though that's not really a bluesy chord, I can still outline it with blues. Versus, what about something like straight up major? That clearly outlines a major chord. Versus minor. And can we pull off a dominant 7? It depends on how dominant you want to make it. You can still get away with major on top of that, because it is major. But if you want like a little more funky bullshit in there, what can we do? Or right? And so when you see me going off like in the middle, even if you like it or don't like it, what I'm attempting to actually do is not play something. I'm attempting to imply the chord that's already happening or a chord that's related. So A7. So we can just do blues, dominant. Or we can do an implied chord, which would be like A augmented. So I actually start off without the augmented, then work my way up to it, right? Or kind of go for an exotic Eastern thing. I don't know if that's going to help you or not. If you know what I'm talking about, it's going to help you. Well, probably everyone watching this falls into 3 categories. You have no fucking clue what I'm talking about, in which case it's not really going to help you unless you go seek it out, because it's just too far away from what you're doing. 2, you kind of already do it, and I just gave you some more ideas. In that case, it's really going to help you out. And there's also set 3, people who already do everything I just did, and they're like, well, of course you do that. Why would you not do that? And this is the problem when you're talking to like a lot of people. Which group are they in? Who knows? Who knows? But I'm excited. I didn't really just shit all over myself. If you're kind of in the middle, I would look at chords and arpeggios, which everyone says, and that's boring. And then look for related chords to the underlying chord. Extensions and substitutions would be where I would go, right? So if we were talking about a, let's take a C7 chord. Well, of course you can add a 9 on there, or a sharp 9, or a flat 9, or that's a sharp 11 with the 9. C7, 9, sharp 11. And so like if you want those little weird sounds, you can always accidentally find them, but if you want to find them on the fly, you kind of need to know what it is. It's, I don't know, kind of like when you eat, I'm making this up because I don't really care that much about chocolate. But if you like chocolate, and you're like, holy shit, I like chocolate. Cool. And then you buy a couple of candies. Oh man, those are pretty good. But some people are picky. They're like, I like dark chocolate versus milk chocolate versus chocolate with this or chocolate with that, chocolate with the caramel, chocolate with a coating, chocolate with a crunchy texture. And so the more you can identify what it is you like, the easier it will be to recreate that or find it again in the future. Yeah. That's me talking. Bye-bye.